What is the fragrance wheel and how do I use it? Let's find out in this video. A fragrance wheel is a tool for understanding the relationships between different olfactory categories. Remember the color wheel from art class? It's a similar concept. The fragrance wheel applies to both fragrances as a whole and as individual fragrance notes. Fragrance notes are the different layers and aromas that make up a complete fragrance. The way the fragrance notes combine is what gives every scent its own unique profile. Kindred notes have characteristics in common and blend together harmoniously. For example, look at the amber and woody categories. These notes are frequently found together in fragrance because they create a balanced, familiar aroma. Scent families that are across from each other on the fragrance wheel are complementary. Complementary notes have a distinctly different olfactory character and create complex, intriguing blends. For example, the amber and ozonic categories. You will commonly see these notes paired in fragrance as their contrasting natures create a sophisticated and luxurious aroma. Great question. Let's take a look at a few practical applications. The fragrance wheel is a great tool for training your sense of smell. Grab your favorite fragrance oil, put it on a blotter strip, and fan it in front of your nose to start taking in the scent. Identify where the fragrance as a whole falls on the fragrance wheel. Is it an aromatic fragrance? Is it green and herbal? Then, see if you can identify individual notes in the fragrance. Take a look at the notes we call out on the fragrance oil product page, and see if you can pick them out. Once you've identified a few of the notes, look at the fragrance wheel and see if you can tell whether these notes are complementary or kindred. Think about why the fragrance works and what it is that makes you love it. When we're evaluating fragrance, we will often smell the inside of our arms or the elbow pit to give our noses a reset. Your intimate knowledge about your fragrances can help inform how you choose to market your products to your customers. It could be something as simple as categorizing your fragrances on your website, the words you use in your fragrance descriptions, or a new name for the scent. It could even help you decide on the general vibe of your brand. Maybe the majority of your fragrances include complementary notes. That conveys a sense of complexity and luxury, so you might opt for high-end containers and clean, minimalistic label designs. If you like to create your own custom fragrances through blending, the fragrance wheel is one of the best tools in your kit. Use it as a guide when you're working through blend ideas and deciding what to blend together. Let's work through a couple of examples. First, let's try out a complementary blend. Remember that complementary blends are opposites or near opposites on the fragrance wheel. Here, we have cucumber water and melon and vetiver. This blend is fresh and clean and reminds several of us of different high-end skincare products we've tried. The green, watery, and slightly ozonic notes of cucumber water and melon are grounded by the woody, earthy notes of vetiver. It has a luxurious vibe reminiscent of a spa at a boutique resort. Both fragrances also have notes that are in the same family. The lime note in cucumber water and melon, and the bergamot and lemon peel notes in vetiver are both in the citrus family. While neither of these fragrances would be described as a citrus scent, the presence of these common notes allow the two to meld without butting heads, and letting the complementary green, woody notes take the starring role. Now, let's analyze a kindred fragrance blend, smoked oud and Egyptian amber. This blend is warm and mysterious, full of rich depth. It's sweet and resinous with a kiss of smoke that keeps you coming back for more. Notes of amber, musk, and powder in Egyptian amber are joined by notes of oud, smoke, and leather in smoked oud. Both fragrances have multiple notes in common like amber, musk, and leather, while the prominent notes of each are kindred on the fragrance wheel. This is the type of blend you create when you smell a fragrance and think to yourself, I love this, but it just needs a little something extra. This is just a quick intro on the fragrance wheel. For even more in-depth info, visit the link in the description. You'll find information on training your nose, the different fragrance families, and there's also a printable version of the fragrance wheel to help you in your fragrance evaluations. That's all for now, so let us know what other resources and videos you'd like to see from us, and we'll see you next time. Why will this train your nose and make fragrance evaluation so much easier? Let's find out.